By a vote of 4-3. Nate, you're staying. Trevor, you've been evicted from Big Brother.
Why is everybody quiet?
Only Nathan, myself, and Tamika voted Nate out, and we all assumed Ame would be voting Nate as well, considering she used the diamond power veto to put him on the block. And so that's when I knew Ame was shadier than a shadow. Ultimately, the confusing thing is, and that's why she's in trouble now, is that she uses the diamond power veto because that's what the general house is saying. Then Nate goes up, but then she doesn't even vote to evict Nate.
Great job.
Ame's lied to a lot of people, and she's good at this game. So the idea of keeping Nate when he was clearly the backdoor target for Ame, there was absolutely the idea that if we could blow up Ame's game, then we've got her on the run, right? All of her lies are going to be exposed. The person who would be the target would still be in the house, and that creates conflict between two people that aren't me.
The vote, once we read out that it's a 4-3 vote, I'm immediately thinking this is not good. And then whenever Julie says that it's going to be Trevor going home, I immediately am thinking, oh God, did somebody say to Nate that it was all my fault, and is Nate going to turn on me now? So I'm freaking out, hoping that I get the chance to talk to him sooner rather than later to be able to clear some stuff up, because I want to make sure that we can take some time to at least talk a little bit, but at the same time, we can't be seen talking too much. So it's a really awkward dynamic with the two of us right now, but we're doing the best we can.
Ame came up to me separately and told me that she actually was going to instead flip her vote and keep Nate. I'm not sure what her point of this was, because it just turned to backfire. I did hear Nate went off on her and said, if you gun for me, I'm coming after you hard.
Trevor goes home. I think he might be thinking that I betrayed him. I really didn't. I was trying to keep him. Before the vote, Sabrina pulls me upstairs. We finally get a chance to talk one-on-one again, and we talk about forming a final two deal. She proposes a final two to me, which is the first person to suggest going to the end with me at all, which is amazing. I needed this so bad.
Hello, house guests. Mr. Red Suit here. At the BBCOL7, you probably find yourself enamored by all the flashing lights, with images advertising games, gals, grub, and gifts, all grasping for your attention. But with so much constantly flashing by you, how much of it actually sticks? Well, the BBCOL7 management would like to test the effectiveness of our advertisements with a brief study, and you've been lucky enough to be selected. House guests, the power is up for grabs. The name of this competition is Suit Yourself. We're going to test how well you can remember different images flashing by your eyes. Now, we've made it simple by narrowing down the images to just the suits of a card deck. The competition will be played in rounds, and for each round you will first be shown a sequence of images. Then you will be asked a question pertaining to that round sequence, where you will attempt to identify the correct suit in question. Get it right, and you move on to the next round. Get it wrong, and you're out of the competition. The last player standing will be this week's head of household. I hope you can give us some good feedback in this study so we can continue to develop better advertisements to suit your fancy. It's time to look sharp and play Suit Yourself.
Now that Trevor has been voted out, Sabrina is my number one ally in this game. And so I go into the next round. It's a speed eviction, and we are playing this competition that is all about memorizing suits of cards.
Club. Go ahead and select the club packet. And then go ahead and select a packet yourself. Sorry, Nate. Nathan did have it correct. Sorry, Nate.
I'm a little stoned, so remembering all the shapes and the colors was hard. And I honestly didn't really want to win. I kind of was going for it like, And I think with my game right now, I think me being HOH is going to put a target on my back.
Let's go Ame and Jenna.
Select the heart packet. Jenna, select packet, and go ahead and both rip them open. When you're ready, together. Congratulations, Ame. You got the answer correct. All right, round 3. Sorry, Tamika, you have been. Go ahead and select the diamond envelope. Sabrina, select the envelope.
Science. Yay, science.
I'm sorry, Sabrina. We should have made it.
Science.
Science. Wait, Sabrina.
Spade.
Let's go ahead and select the spade, and Ame select it in their packet.
Science.
Sorry, Ame, you have been eliminated. Congratulations, Jack. Please select the next 2 players.
I think I'm trying to win my first one ever. Until I get to the finals, then it's me versus Nathan, and Nathan at that point is who I feel best with. He and I voted together the last round. We've had a good bond all the game. It's kind of coming into its own a little bit, so we kind of whispered. I was like, do you want this? He's like, do you want this? I was like, so he's like, well, we'll both try, and then we did.
Science?
Science! Congratulations, Nathan. You are this week's head of household.
Finally, I'm gonna come. So it sucks that it's during a speed eviction, but I just didn't feel great after Trevor got voted out, and the vote was kind of weird. It was a 4-3 vote to get Trevor out, but 4 people had told me that they were going to vote to keep Trevor, and so I'm like, okay, well, somebody's lying. It's either Taimika or Jack or Ame.
Like, what are your thoughts?
I'm leaning towards putting up Jenna and Ame.
Yeah, if Ame goes, I'm for that.
Okay.
I'm definitely
Because of the people that I talked to, he's probably, Ame's been shady, so.
Yeah, she's been super shady, man. How do you use the time power of veto to put someone up that you don't have? That's just like sus as fuck.
That's why I need to talk to people about here. What are you thinking? So Jack was saying that you can put on there. Okay. Unless there's something else. Yeah, personally, I think she should go because if anything, she might go and buy like the back door saver or something. You kind of want to deal with that. Just do it up front, I think.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm Brad.
Thanks.
Oh,
I wish it wasn't a speed round.
I know.
But
Who do you think?
hope to actually talk. So was told that you were the one to vote Trevor. Is that right?
Why would I?
That's what Jack said.
If I put someone up on with a diamond power veto and got blood on my hands, why would I
I mean, that's
not want him to go?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I swear, I'm a Cooper.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get to the bottom of this. Okay. I kind of wanted to win an HOH just so I can get people to build trust with me, but also it's really nice to have a really easy target to where I can kind of keep the blood off my hands and recover. And I think by putting up Ame and Jenna, I'm able to do that.
This is really hard because it's a speed round, so if I had my choice, I'd have a full round to just actually talk to everybody. So I just have to go off the little that I have, and so I'm going to nominate Ame and Jenna. Ame, I heard some conflicting stories, and Jenna, I feel like we just haven't been able to connect strategically yet. But I wanted to both give you a chance to play in the veto. Myself, to pick, I'm gonna pick Nate.
Tamika. Oh, me and Ame are put up on the block. I don't think I can ever say that it's comfortable to be put on the block. So, no, I'm very uncomfortable. Absolutely.
So May going up, I was like, yes, this is fantastic. There's no shenanigans with any jade, diamond, gold, bronze, aluminum, platinum powers of veto. So I know Nathan's got my best interest in mind, so I'm just working on solidifying everything. People seem pretty set on getting May out.
Since this is a fast-forward week, let's get right down to business. This competition is called Blind Luck, and here's how it works. You'll each be blindfolded as you attempt to finish a children's puzzle. When you believe you have completed the puzzle, raise both of your hands and we will check your work. Once 3 people have finished their puzzle, this will end the competition. The first person to finish will win the golden power of veto.
while the second and third place finishers will get 10 and 5 reward points respectively. So, any questions? All right, start.
So we are blindfolded with a buff and actual blindfolds, and then we have a children's puzzle with like, I don't know, 9 pieces or something. It looks really, really easy, but it's actually super difficult. So my strategy at first was just to grab random pieces and put them all over the board and just see what fits. But then going through it, I realized that it's actually a lot harder than it looks. And so I decided to start feeling the shapes on the board first, and then grabbing whatever shape matches up on the plate.
We played a veto competition. We are blindfolded and trying to put square pegs in round holes, but I didn't pass preschool because I couldn't find where any of these shapes were going. I'm trying to feel around the different shapes for which one I had wrong. I had something wrong because I know I had a circle left, and I'm like, I don't know where the circle is, and so I know I put something in the circle spot. I couldn't find where it was.
All right, everyone can stop, take off your blindfolds. All right, we have the 3 who completed the puzzle here. And in 3rd place was Jenna. If I were to place. 2nd place, Nate. Serena, you are power veto.
And it works out because I win the power veto. Yay! So this is my 2nd comp win, which is great for my resume because I was starting to get a little bit worried that I wouldn't have anything to go off of besides a social game. So this is good for me.
I would really like you to use it because I do not feel safe at all. And you'd be safe, and he'd be safe, right. And then he could nominate like timing or something, and we can all vote out on it. Right. So I know it's a hard choice. Yes.
This is a really, really tough veto to have because I have 2 ladies on the block who I really enjoy being around and I like, but the whole gameplay part of it is just super, super difficult.
And do you know the extra votes? Or like who the votes to keep? No. I'm pissed. I am pissed that he is still here because that's bad for me. Yeah, obviously. Like maybe that's one guaranteed vote for me to go. Right. So that's why I'm like really worried.
And so I talked to both Ame and Jenna, and Ame's, pleading for me to stay, and I just feel horrible, and I just don't know what to do, and I'm just all over the place in my head.
I know she wants to use me. I think it's dangerous for you. You're going to be fine regardless. Like whoever's on the block.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that because it's so manipulative.
When people realize that they want her out. Everybody said Ame when they walked in.
Fuck. Okay, I'm sitting on you.
And then I talked with Nathan because it is his HOH, and I wanted to make sure that he was on board with whatever we were deciding to choose together, and again, because he is my final 2. And then we bring in Jenna just to try to convince her to stay on the block as a pawn, because we know that if Jenna goes on or stays on the block, then more than likely Ame's going to go home.
I'm not going to lie to you. It is a good gameplay for you to play right now to get her out, to keep me on the block. I get it 100%. I understand it. I don't want to be sitting on the block. I'm literally sweating.
I feel
so
you.
hard right now. I get it. I don't want to be sitting there. It scares the shit out of me to be sitting there. I don't want to be sitting there. But I agree with both of you. Hi again.
Hey, baby.
I don't want to be sitting here. Nor does anybody. We've all played really fantastic games. I respect everybody's game. And I definitely don't want to go home yet. But, you can save me. Yeah, that'd be great.
Hey, I am here because I had the Dr. Power veto last week and I tried to make a move with it and it didn't go south. And there's been miscommunications about what people think are happening and what actually happened. And that makes people feel like I'm shady. I really feel like if I stay on the block that I will be gone. So if you do not want me in your game, if you do not want me as an ally, then do not use the power veto.
So y'all are both great competitors. I mean, really, truly, like, and this is a super hard decision, but at this point, I think I decided to not use the power veto.
She says she's gonna keep the noms the same, so I'm like, great. I don't care that you're sad that much because it's showing me that you're actually being genuine. So I was happy about that. Boom, boom, boom. It's a fast week. As soon as the eviction, I'm talking to everyone. I'm like, we're good. Ame, like, what are we thinking, Ame?
Ame is target number one for everybody. I think she's burned a lot of bridges and she pitted a lot of people against each other and they figured it out. And when that happens, you either have to own up to what you did or you have to get gone.
So house guests, it is week 7 in the Big Brother house. You have endured a rather fast, rather brief session here, but we do have the unfortunate business of evicting either Ame or Jenna at this point in time. Ladies, I'll give you one last chance to plead your case to the house before they adjourn to the diary room to vote. We'll start with Jenna, please.
I'm not done. That's all I got. Yeah? Okay. That's all I got. I'm not done.
Like I said before, I tried to do something last week that I talked to each and every one of you about, and I thought it's what the house wanted. If I knew it was going to cause this much drama, this much trouble, I just would not have used it. I truly did it for what I think everyone in the house wanted, everyone. And if there's confusion about what happened and hearsay and he say, then we just didn't have time to clear that up, and I would have left that extra time to talk with you and sort things out.
At this time, we'll start the votes to evict. I can start down here with Matt. Going this way.
Hello, Matt.
Hey, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict between Ame and Jenna.
I think I'm going to unfortunately cast a vote to evict Ame.
Alright, thank you, man.
Hope I can still get your number after the game.
Jack?
Julie, you look fantastic.
Thanks. Tough week, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to vote to evict Ame.
Psych, you shady piece! Hi, Ewok. Please cast your vote to evict between Ame and Jenna.
I vote to evict Ame.
Thank you, Ewok. Hello, Sabrina.
Hi.
Please cast your vote to evict between Ame and Jenna.
I'm so sorry, but I vote to evict Ame.
Alright, thank you. Hello, Taimika.
Hi.
Please cast your vote to evict between Ame and Jenna.
I vote to evict Jenna.
Alright, thank you. Please cast your vote to evict between Ame and Jenna.
I'm voting to evict Jenna.
Alright, thank
Alright, house guests, the results of your 7th live vote and eviction have been tallied. Just a reminder before I read the vote total to both our nominees that once the evictee is evident, you will have 1 minute to grab your belongings, say your goodbyes, and walk out to the front door. By a vote of 4-2,
Ame, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Can I say something before I start hugging everyone? Okay, so obviously, y'all fucking hate me. So before I leave, I just want to fuck you all too. There's been a Core 4 Alliance since day one. It's been Matt, it's been Ewok, it's been Jack. Ewok is also working with Tall Nate and my girl here. The only person that does not have alliances is Taimika. So if you guys want to stay in this game and want to get ahead of multiple 3-person alliances, please bring Taimika in. Okay? As a juror, I have the right to be bitter, and I do not want to see people floating around here anymore. Cut some bitches. Now hug me and let me go.
Good team, I
We're on. Yay. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I guess it's not the happiest situation for most people.
No. Yeah.
How did this happen?
I made a move that I thought the house wanted and they didn't, and it bit me in the ass. Also, I completely, after last night, I just didn't know what was going on, and I said some things to people I shouldn't have said, and other people are just telling everything that comes out of other people's mouths, and I was an easy target. I was a big target for some people, so, I didn't come to this game to win. I never come to win, because if I do, I get, really upset if I don't, personally. My only goal was to make jury, and I did that, and I lasted rounds further, so I met my goals.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I did the fucking stupid thing, and I was the vote to evict Trevor when I shouldn't have kept Tall Nate, but I wanted to trust people and thought it would work out, but it obviously didn't, and it's whatever. So I am excited to see them. I'm worried about Taimika. Were you there when I left?
No.
I made this huge speech and I called out everyone in different alliances and I named people and told them, I was the only person that doesn't have a fucking alliance in this room is Taimika. So if you're worried about other 3-person alliances, grab her up and you'll have majority. So I am really worried about Taimika, and I hope that A, causes the drama, and B, sets her up to be in a group at least.
Do you think anyone's on top of the house right now? Or set to win?
I really think Sabrina could, if I had to vote for someone to win right now, it would be Sabrina. She's playing a flawless game. She's very sociable. She's very loyal, and she's very under the radar. Yet she's winning. Her number one is Nathan by 1,000 miles. Oh, okay. 100%.
Oh, that's cute.
And she's also in what was 6, which is now 5 because they voted me out.
You had an alliance with a name.
Just number name. But yeah, so she's in a really, really, really good spot. She's won some competition. She's had HOH. She just won veto. I think she has a lot on her resume that she could present. I always support a bitter jury because just because you got to the end with your gameplay, that's not the whole game. The jury is part of the game, and your jury management skills is what determines whether you win or not. So if you made somebody bitter, that was your gameplay, and that your gameplay is the reason you're not winning.
Oh my god, you love jury.
No, I'm seriously, and I'm not gonna do it on personal reasons, but
hey, your vote is your own. I have very strong opinions about
my game is my game, and their game is their game, and I'm gonna play my game.
I got 2 votes. It was 2 to 4. So I don't know where those 2 votes came from. I have my ideas. Ame pissed a lot of people off, and she was lying to a lot of people, and I think that's what sent her home. She did play a really good game. I'm gonna say, you know, hey, props to you. You played well, but you got called out on it.
Jenna, I'm sorry. I didn't do it to get rid of you. I did it to rock the boat. I voted for you to leave. I knew that everyone was swaying to keep you, and I think for the benefit of our alliance, I wanted to rock it up a little bit, and I wanted to make people paranoid.
It was hard for her to see her walk out, and the way she walked out was iconic, like spilling the tea, but she didn't know that I was in this alliance from day one. So it's gonna be shocking to see how everything plays out and how everybody's gonna react to it and be like, oh, this girl, she the one did that. She the one did that. It's like, yeah, it means so I probably when I get home and they see this going back, they're gonna be like, okay, she the one did that vote. She the one flipped this and that. It was like, it's gonna be iconic.
After the speed vote, there's been a lot of conversation for who is on the block next, because at this point, everybody is either currently and actively working together or they have worked together at some period of time. Ame tried to blow up everybody's games as she's walking out the door. The best part is all the information that she had for the most part was a lie. So she's blowing up shit that's not true. It's come to light through various people that Matt is playing the whole house against each other. He's doing the same shit that Ame did. So if I win the next HOH, I'm probably gonna get some blood on my hands, and that blood's gonna be Matt's.
So my strategy coming up, I've been playing a very throw comps game, socialize a lot, try to play both sides, and now with the numbers dwindling down a little bit, that playing both sides is becoming harder and harder because the people left have kind of all been working together already. So you don't really have 2 sides of the house blatantly shown, you just have one big bunch. And if you're seen as like a big schemer in that group, it's tough. So really, I'm gonna start possibly ramping it up in some of the challenges.
Hello, house guests. We're very glad that you're still here with us. You have endured while others have not. This week, we will truly be testing your resolve by entering a double eviction round. That means the head of household will nominate 3 house guests for eviction. At the vote, you will each cast your vote to save one of the 3 players. The house guest with the most votes will remain in the game, while the other 2 will be the 7th and 8th players evicted.
It's a triple nomination ceremony, double eviction. I'm like, shit, I'm about to stop throwing my vote away.
House guests, the power is up for grabs. This competition is called Card Counters, and here's how it works. This game is played on a grid of playing cards. At the start, I will place 6 poker chips on certain cards on the board. Study which cards have chips carefully. You'll need to memorize their placement. On your turn, you'll need to place poker chips on the same cards as before, and then you'll buzz in when you think you've got it. Get it right, and you'll add 1 chip to the board, placing it on any unoccupied card. Then you'll flip a card over. If you're wrong, you will be eliminated from the competition while still flipping a card. The next player will take a turn, and this pattern will continue until only 1 player remains. Confused? Me too. Let's get ready to play Card Counters.
So, they've presented us with our next HOH competition. And they've also informed us that this is going to be the last full episode of Saturday. So, I'm thinking that this might be the power play just to guarantee myself Sunday. And so they start listing out this game, and it sounds super confusing. But then I remember watching a similar situation of magnets and squares on a board from season 6 of Big Brother Columbus, and I immediately remembered this is going to be the same thing, just playing cards. And if there's one thing that everyone knows about me, it's that I know how to count cards.
All right, so Jenna. You are correct. So go ahead and place one more token. Now please flip over a card, Jenna.
I can memorize a set and an order of a deck of cards super easily, so I'm absolutely pumped for this challenge. And I look at the board and I've noticed there's no duplicates, which makes my life so much easier. Of the 52 cards in the deck, there's just 50, and so I'm getting pumped for this challenge.
You are correct. Please place a new chip.
I'm no good at memory games, and it's late at night, and my brain is mushy.
Pattern is incorrect.
Toss a couple on the board, hit my buzzer, and I am out first try. No surprises there, but now I'm nervous.
It's a 10 by 5 board, so I don't want to memorize like the patterns or like what cards are on, because cards are getting flipped over, shapes are changing, it's hard to remember. So I'm going for the battleship strategy. Top is 1 through 10, vertically it's A through F, and just trying to get a pattern in my mind, sing a little song every time something gets added, which worked pretty well.
The pattern is correct.
So my strategy for this game is to memorize what number card on each row had a placement of the tokens. And then when I had that in my head, I want to sing that to myself, because I know that singing helps with memory better than just memorizing straight up. And so I'm dancing this whole time, singing in my head, trying to remember all of these cards.
Pattern is correct. Sorry to mean that the pattern is not correct. Please attempt to replicate the pattern. That is correct. Pattern is correct. And check. Sorry, the pattern is not correct. Give us a moment to reset. Sorry, Jenna.
So this game has gotten really close really quickly, and I can tell that Sabrina and Jack are absolutely killing it right now. They both have their own methods. I can tell Jack is going down the line. He's definitely counting the cards, and Sabrina's dancing right next to me every single time. So I'm guessing she's singing something in her head, probably to give herself an idea. I'm much more of a visual guy. I'm doing shapes, so I'm trying to make and mimic shapes across the board as best I can.
I do pretty well. I end up taking third, so which is good because I get some points. But then the rest of the game takes a very long time. I think it was at least 45 minutes.
It gets to me and Matt, the top two. But this kid, every time he comes up, he's flying. He looks like a fucking hibachi chef. He's like, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I'm not gonna outlast this kid, because he looks like freaking Stevie Wonder, except Stevie Wonder wouldn't be able to see the board.
And then this competition just goes. And goes. And goes. And goes.
I'm sorry, the pattern is not correct. That means, Matt, you are the head of household.
It hits the buzzer, and it's one of those moments where I'm like, yay! Fuck. Because I've won HOH for the third time now. I'm the only multiple time winner, let alone 3 times, and twice as back to back as you can get. But I'm in a position where I think a lot of people are trusting me, and I think they're also really happy to have me take the fall.
Hey Jenna, scan your badge to let you know how much you have. Jenna, you have 45 reward points to spend.
Alright.
And everything is on the table.
I am going to purchase the veto, please.
Alright, ambulance insurance. Make sure it's yours. Thank you, Jenna.
Alright,
Hi, is this your first time here? No. Hi, welcome. How you doing? It's so good to meet you.
It's cute enough money. Yeah, I'll get the back door badge.
Hi, Nathan.
Oh my gosh, I haven't been in here yet.
I know, hi, first time.
I need to check my points because I have no freaking clue where I'm at.
Nathan, you are at 85 points.
Ooh, someone gifted me points. I'm guessing it was Trevor. Hoping it was. I'm gonna get Marvelous Matrimony.
You get Marvelous Matrimony?
I'm gonna put Jenna, Nate, and Taimika. Well, Nate should be the bride. Taimika should be the groom. And Jenna should be the scene. Okay. Someone's gonna get married today.
Thank you.
Matt wins, and I know most people are thinking about already targeting Matt because he is a strong competitor, and so now the rest of us are kind of scrambling to see what's going to be next for this double eviction.
From everybody that I'm talking to, Matt's the worst case scenario, because everybody wants Matt out. I think the only silver lining to the situation is Matt is still asserting to everyone that he is loyal to our core 5, which I thought dissolved weeks ago. And if that's the case, then I could be safe. But this week's the double eviction.
I could have potentially, but so let me just go through what I'm thinking, okay? Just short one. So I'm thinking I put up you, and I put up Jen, and I have to put up a third one since it's a double evic. And so I'm thinking I put up somebody like Nate.
Yeah, but 2 people go, dude.
So, but the thing is, we have the votes to control everything. The 2 people that don't are Jenna and Nate.
Going into nominations, I'd heard ramblings that Matt thought I was a floater and maybe wanted me out, which is kind of BS because I've been pretty loyal to him all game and he's been pretty loyal to me.
Like, I feel like it's the smartest to pick the people with the least leverage, because it's a triple evict, you're gonna piss people off. You put up Tamika, you put up Jenna, and you put up Nate. But if one of them wins and takes off, then like, so then you put me up, like, I understand.
I get the backdoor blocker from the fucking prize counter. Thank God it was there. So I'm just like, okay. I was thinking, just don't, put up some pawns at first, and then I didn't want to be too obvious, but I was like, if one of them gets nominated, feel free to put me up, because I'll pull that thing out. I'll be like, you're getting blocked, son.
Having to put up 3 people for elimination, it's gonna fucking suck. There's no way to make it great for everybody. I'm going to make some people mad that I am working with, but I think at the end of the day, this is my chance to sort of secure my relationships and see where the group is at as a whole.
Basically, as we know, this is a double eviction, so there's going to be 3 people whose keys will not be pulled. As per usual, I'll pull the first key, and we will proceed. The next person will pull the next key. So the first person safe is Nathan S.
Next person safe is Sabrina.
Okay, the next person safe is Tamika.
Thank you. Next person safe is Nathan B.
So, I know I did get a chance to talk to almost all of you before. Ewok, Jack, and Jenna. I have decided to put all 3 of you guys on the block. You all know I respect the hell out of all of your games. You guys have competed extraordinarily strong. I think you guys will do extremely well in the POV.
Just as I fear, Matt puts me back on the block. I am no stranger to the block, and hopefully the comeback kid can get it once again.
So I believe I'll be drawing 1 veto token of some sort. The final person joining us will be picked by Jack.
I'll pick Tamika.
Alright.
Hello, house guests! Welcome to your final veto of Saturday night. We know you're all probably extremely tired, so we figured it's time to pour you a drink. This competition is called Shaken and Stirred, and here's how it works. At the start of your turn, you'll have 60 seconds to throw as many balls as you can into the spinning cocktail glasses. However, before you can throw, you must spin yourself around 10 times once the timer starts. The house guest that gets the most balls into the cocktail glasses will win the golden power of veto.
Hold up. I see it. The holy frat grail. It's beer pong. I was like, oh, yes. Remembering the days with the boys, just playing beer pong Monday through Sunday. Any day that really ends in Y, which is all of them.
All right, Ewok, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I feel pretty good about this one. I have played plenty of beer pong in my lifetime. So I grab my balls and I start tossing and it's rim job after rim job after rim job after rim job. And all I hear are these ding ding dings and all the balls go everywhere.
So I grabbed my ping pong balls, I started shooting. You know, my form's like, it's mechanics. So the dizziness didn't really affect me. I played basketball in high school, beer pong practice, so I got the form down, but my judgment's a little off. So I'm working on it. You know, I make one, I make another at the end, but I'm clanking a lot of shots.
Congratulations, Jack. You have won the assured power of veto.
The crowd goes wild. They say, Jack, you won the golden power of veto. I've never heard more perfect words in this game.
That's pretty frat.
I guess I used to keep on it. Beer pong came in handy. And I'm glad 2 people are going home now that aren't me, because that sounds like a great proposition when you know it's not you, so. Hello, house guests. This is the veto meeting. At this time, my fellow block members may tell me why I should use the power of veto on that. Still deciding.
If you don't use it on yourself, you need it.
Thank you for the pointer. At this time, I have chosen to use the veto on myself. Matt, as I vetoed one of your nominations, you must now name a replacement.
Well, it's a shock you used it. I mean, you had to, and you're on the block. So I don't think that my last nomination comes with any surprise. I decided to put you up on the block.
Best of luck to the nominations, Jenna, Dave, and Walk. I improv that part.
I've said from day one I've been working with Nate, and I have developed a really good relationship with Jenna, surprisingly. And it sucks that we're all 3 up there together, because Ame definitely put us all 3 on blast, and I think someone was paying attention.
House guests. Love is in the air. Tanika, Nate, and Jenna, please go to the backyard.
Getting married! I'm getting married? You're finally getting married! I'm finally getting married!
We're officiating a marriage.
Oh shit! Well, I might be officiating. I don't know. I'm a little sad.
Nathan did buy the marriage ceremony, and he decides to pick Jenna as the officiant, Tamika as the groom, and Nate as the beautiful bride. And it was fun because they have to go out to the backyard and do this on their own, because the part of the purchase was that they are sequestered to themselves in the backyard until eviction. And so the rest of us in the house, we get to watch it on the live stream as well, so we get to see what happens, and it's so funny.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to witness the marvelous matrimony marriage ceremony. Nate and Taimika, you are brought here before your friends, family, and production to make a game bond unlike any other in BBCOL history. A wise sage once said, I'm so sick of this damn line. You play your game, I'll play mine. But today, we say we play our game together. Aww.
So sweet.
Nate, do you take Tamika to be your non-legally binding, gender-neutral spouse from now until your game ends?
I do.
Tamika, do you take Nate to be your non-legally binding, gender-neutral spouse from now until both of your games end? Then I now pronounce you BBCOL7 Marvelous Life Mates. You may kiss or hug or shake. Oh. Yes, you are married. Yay!
It's week 8 in the Big Brother Columbus house, and I don't even know what's going on. There's double eviction, love is in the air, and assured veto is being played. I'm all tipsy, and this is Big Brother. Oh, come on in our happy bridal party.
We had a party out there. So that's why he's tipsy.
Oh, beautiful.
I love it.
Did you like card during the
Yay.
challenge?
Oh, the happy couple.
All right, we do have some rather calamitous, unfortunate business of evicting 2 of 3 house guests this evening between Ewok, Jenna, and Nate. You each have a chance to plead your last argument to the rest of your housemates. So we'll start on this in the couch. Ewok.
I'm gonna say the same thing I say every time I'm up here. Working with me is a sure thing, and I promise that I will continue to be as loyal as I ever have been.
Thank you. Jenna.
I'm not ready to go yet, obviously. Neither is everybody else. I want to stay in this game, and I really hope you keep me in it.
Thank you, Jenna. Nate.
I don't know, I kind of feel the same way like I felt before. I feel like if I stay, I'll be a good person to go to the end with. And I feel like with, I don't know, that's about it. And keep me.
Simple and effective. All right, one at a time. 4 of you will ascend to the diary room to cast your vote to save one of the 3 nominees.
Hi, Tamika. Okay, as a reminder, you will be voting to save one of Jenna, Nate, and Ewok.
I vote to save Iwa.
All right, thank you. Hello.
Julie, you look...
Faithful voter.
Of course, Julie, you look marvelous. You should have been in that wedding instead.
Thanks.
I will keep this short and sweet because usually are probably really annoying. So I vote to save Ewok.
All right, thank you. Hi, Nathan.
Hi, Julie.
Please cast your vote to save this week between Jenna, Nate, and Ewok.
I vote to save Ewok.
All right,
May
thank
the
you.
4th be with you.
Hi. Don't forget that you're voting to save someone tonight.
Yes.
Please cast your vote to save Jenna, Nate, or Ewok.
I vote to save Ewok.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, house guests, we have your results for your final live vote in eviction for this Saturday evening. By a vote of 0 to 0 to 4. Ewok, you have been saved. You remain in Big Brother house. I'm sorry, Jen and Nate, you've been evicted from Big Brother house.
I need you to finish the bed. Someone's gonna carry the train.
Bye, guys.
I didn't get to get married, but...
Welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, you two are now been evicted.
Maybe you start off.
I'm much better at this usually.
Whose car is that behind us?
I don't know. I'm gonna go look. Just make sure I didn't like do it.
Why don't you pull pin?
It's Pepper and Pepper. You can delete this. No. Yeah,
no,
it's a blooper. No, absolutely not. How are you here? What happened this week?
What happened this week?
First off,
What?
if we had to get evicted and it was a double elimination, I'm gonna go ahead and say I couldn't be happier with the person I got eliminated with.
Okay, girl.
We have been together from the start and nobody fucking knew. I had people coming up to me going, who's Nate playing with? Who's Nate playing with?
I did a very good job of kind of not letting myself be read very well and kind of acting stupid in certain situations, and that played very well for my game. The thing that didn't play well for my game is I was weak for a second and trusted Matt, and that was my downfall. The minute the matrimony happened, I was like, okay, this is...
Yeah, the minute I went outside, I knew that I was in trouble. I am interested to know who purchased the matrimony.
And Nathan is
set this
sneaky
out.
as fuck, and he played off very well in the beginning, but
agree with that,
he's
too.
sneaky as fuck.
I think the fact that we were both power players, and I think for me in particular, like, I had a couple people say something like...
You had a couple bitches on...
I had a couple bitches?
You had a couple
like
bitches
having
on your
more-
payroll, that's for sure.
Oh, I always have bitches on my payroll. Let's be real here. Like, hey.
I like being HOH, of course, and then I panicked halfway through because I was like, fuck, I really need to concentrate. And I was HOH early. Like, I was the second one, I think. I think so. So I was HOH early, which is tough. But at that point, the Girls Alliance was really strong, and then the whole Nikki debacle, #FuckNate. And then she was just like waiting. She was like with her pitchforks, which I cannot wait to see. And the dirty looks at me to get its finale. But hey.
Honestly, I enjoy getting to know everybody.
Yeah, it was fun.
I played a very social game. That was what I intended to do, and I think I did it pretty well. I didn't backstab anybody. That wasn't my intention. I wanted to play the social game.
You just played your game, girl.
I played my game. You played your game. I'm done with that now. No more.
Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for doing this, and thank you for making this a thing. And I've been following this from the beginning, from just like one camera and you guys just getting wasted in the backyard having fun. And now it's turned into this, and I'm so proud of you guys, and I am so fucking glad I did this.
Like I said before, could not be happier that if I got eliminated, it's a double elimination, and I'm leaving with Nate. At least it's not on a bad, salty taste in my mouth.
I know. Me either.
So.